So, we meet again. You're back. Hey, Dan here. We're going to get started the usual time in 5 minutes at 2 o'clock East Coast time. Thank you all for coming. You guys going to miss me when this thing is over? I'm going to miss you, I know that. Yeah. I've really had fun doing this. But in the meantime, I'll say hello to a few people, like Emmett from Wisconsin, and I'm going to miss Miriam, of course, and Tyler in New York, I'll miss you, and Javen and Johan, I'll miss you too. Ian and Erica, I'll miss you. I'll miss Rishi and Rohan from Connecticut, and Jen, I'm going to miss Jen, and Megan and Ellie in Massachusetts, Jiu, Zhang, Srikar, I'm going to miss you maybe more than anybody, and Antonella and Alex in New York, and Lyra, I'm going to miss you, and Matt Perlman, of course I'm going to miss you, Rishit and Inesh, I'll miss them, and the Markwood crew, I'll miss them, and Bailey, Theo, I'm going to miss you, Theo, and Christy and Charlotte and Georgia, I'm going to miss you too, and Alex and Zach from New Jersey, Eve in Richfield, Braden and Michaela in Georgia, I'm going to miss you, I'm going to miss Henry in Kentucky, Caden and Raven from Fresno, I'm going to miss you, and Antonia and Rachel from Long Island, I'm going to miss you, and Jack and Jordan, I'm going to miss you too, and Cece and Laura, I miss all of you guys. Shriku and Amina, and we're going to get started in about 3 minutes, you guys. So I'm going to miss Kevin and Ginny Beth and Daniel. I'm going to miss all of you guys. Devin is here. Okay, I'm going to miss Maria in Texas. Hudson and Cooper from St. Louis and Phoenix, I'm going to miss you in Virginia. Bryn, I'm going to miss you, and Bowen, I'm going to miss you, and the Smith kids in Texas. What about who's that in South Texas? I forgot who that is. Eden and Aaron in New Jersey, I'm going to miss you guys. Jeskita, Samik and Tanya from Millburn, New Jersey. Billy Sickles, I'm going to miss you guys. You, Haley and Liliana. Eli in Oklahoma, I'm going to miss you, and Alina in Nevada. The Phillips kids in Alabama, gonna miss you guys. Kate, Colin, and Maeve in Ohio. Arella, gonna miss you. And Evan in Virginia. Debbie in Maine, miss you. But we still got some time to go, you know. We still got, 12 more of these things to do. Reed, how you doing, Reed? Malia. We have less than 2 minutes to go. Kana in Turkey, I'm going to miss you, of course. Molly in Evanston. Mallory in Magnolia, hi. Aiden in New York. We'll still have fun, okay? Nora and Eloise are here from New Jersey. The O'Connell family in Iowa. We can have fun without doing this, right? We'll find other ways to have fun. There's 100 of us in the room now. Max, call your friends. Call your relatives, call your cousins, get them over here, quick. Daniel in Morristown, George and Kira. We have room in this room for other people. Ariella and Annabelle, Aaliyah, and Josephine. I'm going to miss you, of course. Why are you going to miss you? Because this will be coming to an end after we reach number 100. Yes, and we have, less than a minute to go, you guys. Adam and Scarlett in Iowa, hi. Winona, gonna miss you. Better take a sip of my water. Kaylee in New York, hi. Leo, have a snack. This is your snack time, right? Or lunchtime, Annabelle? We got less than a half a minute to go. Counting it down. All right. 15 seconds, okay. Aiden and Ariana. A few more. Elizabeth and Aiden. 10 seconds. Haley and Liliana. Sophia from Pennsylvania. Okay, I got to pay attention now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's go time, baby. Hi, Dan Gutman here. I'm the guy who writes the My Weird School series and lots of other books for kids too. And welcome to number 88 in My Weird Read Aloud, going towards 100. That means after we finish this book, we only have 2 more books to go. And I thought I'd tell you that next week's book is going to be, I figured we should continue with a summer theme, do summer books. And rather than starting a new series, So the only summer book that I really had in the series was Mr. Sunny is Funny. That's what we're going to read next week. And I'll just show you the flap quickly. It says, AJ's family rented a beach house for the summer, and you'll never guess in 1,100,000 years who rented a house next door. Well, you have to read the book to find out. So na boo boo on you. All right. So that's what we're going to read next week. If you want to read along with me, Mr. Sunny is Funny. For now, let's return to our book of the week, which is Bummer in the Summer, the My Weird School Summer Special. And by now, some of you have probably figured out that this book is sort of like a parody of A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, where, Ebenezer Scrooge gets visited by these ghosts in the middle of the night and changes the way he behaves, And it's the same thing with AJ. He's looking forward to a great summer when all these ghosts start visiting his house. Like first there was the ghost of summer past, and then the ghosts of summer reading, and then the ghost of now came. And it's been a horrible night for him because all these ghosts have reminded him of some of the not so nice things he's done in his life and some of the not so nice things he's said in his life. And maybe this book might not be the funniest My Weird School book, but it makes AJ think a little bit, and I think maybe it'll make you think a little bit too. Okay, so we're going to do 3 chapters today because there's 12 chapters in the book, and one of the chapters is really short. So, they're coming to take me away, I guess. Okay, so we finished yesterday chapter 8, so we're going to start with chapter 9, which is titled Bingle Boo. You guys ready? Got your snacks? Gather around your big screen TV, your laptop, your tablet, your smartphone, whatever it is. Let's go. AJ, AJ, AJ. You'll never believe in 1,100,000 years whose ghost was hovering over my bed this time. It was Mrs. Cornwall, the lady who drives our school bus. And here's Jim's picture of AJ in bed, and Mrs. Cornwall, the bus driver, is the latest ghost to come to his house in the middle of the night. Bingle Boo, the ghost of Mrs. Cornwall said. Oh yeah, she invented her own secret language. Bingle Boo means hello. Mrs. Cornwall is not normal. What are you doing here? I asked. Somebody had to drive all those ghosts over here. And here's a picture of Mrs. Cornwall driving the ghosts over to AJ's house. As if ghosts need a bus. Get out of my bedroom, I screamed at her. Ghosts don't take buses. Sheesh, she said. Don't take it out on me. You have an anger management problem, you know that? Okay, I told you one of the chapters was short. That was it. Now we're going to do chapter 10, which is titled, How Does It Feel? Okay, chapter 10. The clock struck 3. AJ, 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 whispered an annoying, squeaky voice. Oh no. I opened my eyes. There was another ghost floating over my bed. It was a smaller ghost than the other ghosts. Guess who, AJ? The ghost said in a taunting voice. My sister Amy, I guessed. No, said the ghost. It's me, Emily. Ah! She let out an eerie, cackling laugh. Ha 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 ha. You thought those other ghosts were scary, the ghost of Emily said. Well, I'm going to be your worst nightmare, AJ. And here's the ghost of Emily floating over AJ's bed in the middle of the night. What did I ever do to you? I asked, trembling. Are you kidding? The ghost of Emily asked, getting right in my face. You've been making fun of me and calling me a crybaby for years. Every time I fell down in the playground or had something fall on my head, you were there to laugh and say something mean. You try to scare me every day. And why? Just to make your dopey friends laugh. Well, that's true, I admitted. But I can explain that. No! The ghost of Emily shouted at me. Now I'm gonna do the explaining, AJ. I know why you say mean things to me. It's because you're an immature, obnoxious, and insecure little boy. I am not, I shouted. Stop saying mean things to me. No, the ghost of Emily shouted in my face. You're mean to my best friend, Andrea, all the time, too. And I know why. It's to disguise the fact that you are secretly in love with her. Ha! There! I said it. I am not in love with Andrea, I shouted. Liar! The ghost of Emily yelled. Admit it. You're a liar and a hater. And not only that, but you're a dumbhead. What? I can't believe she called me the D word. That's like the worst thing you could say to anybody. I felt tears gathering in the corners of my eyes. Are you crying, AJ? The ghost of Emily said. Is that a tear I see? Well, I guess the shoe is on the other foot now, isn't it, AJ? Why would I put my shoes on the wrong feet? I whimpered, wiping my eyes. What do shoes have to do with anything? Don't play dumb, AJ, shouted the ghost of Emily. Being made fun of isn't much fun when people are making fun of you. Now, is it? Stop. Leave me alone, I shouted. Oh, I'll leave you alone, said the ghost of Emily. Everybody is going to leave you alone this summer. So na-na-na-boo-boo on you. How does it feel? How does it feel to be on your own, with no direction home, like a complete unknown? It feels bad, I said, wiping my face with my sheet. You made me cry so many times, AJ, the ghost of Emily said. Well, who's crying now? You're going to have the worst summer of your life. I'll make sure of it. Goodbye. The ghost of Emily made that eerie, cackling laugh again and drifted out the window like the other ghosts. What a horrible night. Nothing could make this night any worse. And then something happened that made the night even worse. That's chapter 10. You guys ready for chapter 11? It's titled, The Ghost of Summers Yet to Come. The clock struck 4. It was useless to try and go back to sleep. Soon it would be morning. Somehow, I'd survived. It was almost time to get up and go to school. And then, AJ, AJ, AJ. Oh no, not another one. I heard a faraway rumbling sound. Scary music started to play. I didn't want to open my eyes to find out who or what I was going to encounter next. But I did anyway. I looked down and noticed that the floor of my room was covered in smoke. And then, ah! It was a dark, hooded figure floating over my bed. I couldn't see its face, I didn't want to see its face. It was sure to be terrifying. And then the scary figure spoke. "Come with me, Arlo." Wait, Arlo? There's only one person in the world that calls me by my real name. Even my parents don't call me Arlo. It had to be Andrea Young. It couldn't be true. Not Andrea. Not after everything I had already been through. "You sound like Andrea," I whispered, shrinking back in terror. "That's because I am Andrea," she shouted, pulling the hood away from her face. She let out an eerie, cackling laugh. "Ha ha ha! Ah!" I screamed. "Mom, Dad, help!" "Your parents can't hear you, Arlo," the ghost of Andrea told me. "It's just you and me now." Here's Jim's picture of Andrea hovering over AJ's bed. "What do you want?" I asked, my voice quivering. "Leave me alone." "I'm the ghost of summers yet to come, Arlo," the ghost of Andrea said in a spooky voice. "I'm here to show you your future." "I don't want to see my future," I screamed, gathering the covers around me. Seeing the past was horrible. Seeing right now was horrible. I can't imagine how bad the future is going to be. "Oh, the future is going to be wonderful, Arlo," the ghost of Andrea assured me. "No, it won't," I said. "You're trying to trick me. And stop calling me Arlo." "But that's your name," the ghost of Andrea said. "Come with me, Arlo." "No." I folded my hands across my chest, because that's what you do when you don't want to go anywhere. Nobody knows why. "Arlo," the ghost of Andrea repeated. "Come with me." "No, no way." "I said come with me." Ah! The next thing I knew, the ghost of Andrea had grabbed my hand, yanked me out of bed, and shoved me out the window. We were flying. But I didn't want to fly anymore. Not with Andrea. "Where are you taking me?" I asked as we floated over my house. "Oh, you'll find out. Come on. We don't want to be late." "Late? Late for what?" We flew past some rooftops, and then Andrea made a right turn at the corner and swooped down toward the steeple of a church. "Why are we going to church?" I asked. "Why do you think we're going to church, Arlo?" the ghost of Andrea replied. We glided inside the church. I looked down. All our teachers and the other grown-ups from elementary school were sitting in the pews. I could see Ms. Hannah, our art teacher. She was sitting next to Miss Lazar, the custodian. There was Miss Holly, the Spanish teacher, and Mr. Tony, the after-school program director. Miss Clute, our therapy dog, was there. Even elementary was there, the old lady our school was named after. Everybody was all dressed up in their nicest clothes. Standing in the front of all the pews and facing the crowd was Mayor Hubble, the mayor of our town. He was holding a book. There were two people standing in front of him, a boy and a girl. They were turned around so I couldn't tell who they were. The boy was wearing a black suit and the girl was wearing a long white gown. Then I realized something. The boy and the girl were me and Andrea. Ah! I couldn't even scream. The words were stuck in my throat. Andrea and I were about to be married. Isn't this romantic, Arlo? asked the ghost of Andrea. No! Dear friends, said Mayor Hubble, we are gathered here together today to celebrate the union of this woman, Andrea, and this man, AJ. No! I hollered. This can't be happening. Oh, Arlo, don't be silly, the ghost of Andrea told me. You knew this day would come. You and I were destined to be together. It's fate. No! The ghost of Andrea had a smile on her face. Don't I look pretty down there in my wedding dress? She asked. And you look so handsome, Arlo. No! In their years together, said Mayor Hubble, AJ and Andrea have come to realize that their personal hopes, goals, and dreams, blah, 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 and so they have decided to live together as husband and wife. Here's Jim's picture of the wedding ceremony with AJ and Andrea and Mayor Hubble conducting it with the ghosts of Andrea and AJ above. No! No, please don't make me. I'll do anything. In the future, you're going to grow up and become mature, the ghost of Andrea told me. You'll stop saying mean things and doing mean things to people. We're going to have 9 children together, and they're all going to look like me. No, it can't be true. Oh, calm down, Arlo, the ghost of Andrea told me. We're going to live happily ever after, just like in the fairy tales. No! Is there anyone here who has a reason why these two should not be joined in holy matrimony? Asked Mayor Hubble. Speak now, or forever hold your peace. I do! I shouted at the top of my lungs. Me! AJ! Anyone? Asked Mayor Hubble, looking around. Me! I screamed again. I have a big problem with this. He can't hear you, Arlo, said the ghost of Andrea. Nobody can hear you except me. Okay then, said Mayor Hubble. Do you, Andrea, take this man to be your lawful husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, blah, 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 till death do you part? I do, Andrea said. Stop, I screamed. Make it go away. Isn't there anything I can do? Does it have to be this way? Please don't make me get married to Andrea. I'm sorry for everything I ever did. I can change. I'll be nicer to everybody. I promise. Please forgive me. I just want to go to sleep. I'm too young to be married. It's too late, Arlo, the ghost of Andrea told me. There's nothing you can do to stop it. This is your future. We're going to have a summer wedding. Mayor Hubble didn't hear anything we were saying. Here's what's going on. And do you, AJ, take this woman to be your wife in sickness and in health? Blah, 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 blah. Till death do you part? No! I shouted as loud as I could. I don't! Wonderful, said Mayor Hubble. I now pronounce you husband and wife. AJ, you may kiss, you may kiss the bride. Ah! No! Help! The ghost of Andrea turned to me and let out another eerie, cackling laugh. Ha 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 ha! Then she made a kissy face with her lips And then she leaned toward me. And that's the end of chapter 11. I think that's my favorite chapter in all of these books, I must say. We're going to finish this book tomorrow and we're going to read chapter 12, The Next Day at School. Okay? So we're coming very close to the end of this book. But before we go, we got to do our joke of the day, right? You guys ready for the joke of the day? All right, here it is. It's from Gavin in Long Valley, New Jersey. And Gavin's joke is, did you hear about the car with a wooden engine and wooden wheels? Did you hear about the car with a wooden engine and wooden wheels? Yeah, it wouldn't go. That is a weird joke, Gavin, I got to tell you. All right, enough of this. Let's thank Josh Solisman and Ryan Cunningham for our theme song. And, it's time for us to get off the couch, all right? Stop staring at screens. And you know what we got to do, right? We got to dance.
My weird school, I'm AJ and my school's a mess. My weird school, before a school, it's fine, I guess. My weird school, where art is cool, and the teachers are strange as a rule. Where Mrs. Yummers is bonkers, and Mrs. Daisy is crazy, Mrs. Cody is loony, and Miss Lady is zany, and then there's her principal, his name is Mr. Klutz.
And man, oh man, is that man nuts?
My weird school, a million hundred hours long. My weird school, where normal things do not belong. My weird school, where art is cool, and the teachers are strange as a rule. And my weird school. My weird school. Oh yeah, it's my weird school.
All right, you guys, see you tomorrow, same time, same place. We're going to finish this book tomorrow, okay? Until then, wash your hands like crazy and read like crazy too.